All right, welcome back, folks. Joining us for the second game, the JV Omaha Junior Lancers. Here to face the JV Brookings. I believe their younger group is the Rangers, but I think we'll just stick to Brookings for now tonight. We'll have a handful of kids joining us who played in the earlier game. Some of the team is new to me, so I hope to keep up. Going to be a little bit rusty. Was looking for some interesting facts about Brookings, and the best I came up with was that they've had safe drinking water for 20 years in a row. So, say that's a good thing up there. Omaha getting the last few warm-ups in. Getting used to a few new numbers here and a couple of new players. I believe I was told that starting in net will be Michael Alfieri tonight, and we will keep an eye on that to make sure that is true. One interesting fact about the state of South Dakota, they actually have more coastline than the state of Florida. Thought that was kind of fun. I know a lot of people go up there catching walleye and skiing on the reservoirs. All right, boys, getting the pucks into the net. Looks like coaches Ortmeyer, Kinder, and Oldenhouse on the bench today for the Omaha Junior Lancers. Puck's almost all in the net. No victims of catching pucks yet. So it looks like Sam Parker, Taylor Ross, Jimmy Caniglio, Zach Erstad. Sorry, I almost said Adam Erstad. My younger son played with him for a while back. Are all here for the second game. Crinklaw joins them. Played defense in the first game. Going to be a forward here tonight, from what I understand. Vincent Cutler. Do something, Vince Cutler. And the boys picking the pucks up now out of the net. Brookings doing the same. Hopefully we can get some pressure on, get an early goal, and set a good tone for this one. Puck's over to the boards, got 17 minutes on the clock. It's very quiet in here. We're actually sitting up kind of in behind the glass watching the game. Intimate setting, no sounds from the ice. All right, Omaha takes the ice. Looks like we're going to have Caden Ellis with Julian Saldi and Luke Samard on the front line. Going to have Koa Stonebreaker and Sam Westman back on the blue line. Referee checking the nets. One that way, one to the south. Caden Ellis over the puck, takes a look. And off we go. Wink the face off back to Westman. Westman chases that one down on the corner. Flips it up the boards, back behind the net looking for Koa Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker takes a look, bounces it up to Samard. Samard nearly clears the zone. Brookings turns it around, sends it back in deep. Westman rims that around the boards looking for Ellis. Ellis chips it out, does get it out to Saldi. Saldi down the left-hand side with Samard in the middle. Toe drag through the middle for Saldi, back up, back drop pass for Caden Ellis. Shot saved by the goalie. Omaha holding the puck in the zone. Had a lost glove for the Brookings player, but they do take possession and skate that one out. Brookings hit the brakes on the blue line and throws it in deep. Off the stick of Stonebreaker. Casually behind the net, gets a good breakout pass just out of the reach of Saldi and down the ice for our first whistle of the game. Icing with 16:13 left in the first period. Omaha with a line change. Going to see Hank Froloff, Johnny Morgan, and Sidoric. I almost called him Kendall. I believe that Hudson Sidoric. Looks like Cam Preble. And Johnny Morgan in there. Shot from the point. Smothered up by Mike Alfieri. Going to have to get the right line up here. I missed a few there. On the face-off dot, referee ready. Hank swipes at that. One by Brookings, shot on net, good kick save by Mike Alfieri into the corner, picked up by Hank Froloff on the board up to the point. Forced to throw it back in deep. Cam Preble gets that over to Sam Parker there in defense with Cam Preble. With Sidoric, Froloff, and Johnny Morgan. Parker skates that one forward, dumps it in. Froloff chases that one down with Sidoric. Morgan gets a bump in the corner and holds it in. Froloff behind the net, tries to pull it up to the front. Still a scrum for the puck behind the net. Looking for some support from Morgan. Puck still down low, 2-on-2 behind the net. Brookings comes out with that, tries to hit a breakup pass. Lost that one to the point and punched down deep by Sammy Parker. Brookings with a head of steam. Omaha did enough to get a hit on that one by Sidoric to keep that one in. Turn it over, going the other way. Sidoric slides one sneaky little shot, trying to get past the pad of the goalie. kick save out wide. Brookings looking for a breakout pass. Omaha still putting a good forecheck pressure on. Loose puck up the middle does just squeak its way out of the zone. Edwards tries to push that one in deep off the stick of the Brookings defenseman. Up and out of play, and we're going to have a face-off. Looks like outside the zone. All right, face-off actually coming down into the zone since that went off of a Brookings player's stick inside of the offensive zone. Going to have Boucher, Crinklaw, and Vince Cutler in on the front line with Bianchetti and Edwards on the back. Held in deep by Cutler. Behind the net goes Crinklaw. Slings it around the side, picked up by Brookings. Bianchetti pinches in, does enough to keep possession out of the hands and turns that one back up the ice. Cutler, cheeky little stick move, got past one but not the second. Vince throws it in deep. Looking for a change goes Bianchetti and Crinklaw. Brookings out from behind the net. Pass broken up by Vince Cutler. Taken in by, I think that's Caden Ellis. Sent back to the point for Westman. Shot wide. Picked up, rebound in front of the net by Crinklaw, just wide. Sorry, that's Caniglio with the rebound shot. Caniglio holds that one in, gets around one, and the second poke check catches him cutting towards the middle. Big hit there by, I believe that was Erstad in the corner. Thought that was fairly clean. Referee may have thought he saw too much of the back of that shoulder on that one. And Zach Erstad will take the first trip to the send bin for your Omaha Junior Lancers junior varsity. 2 minutes up on the clock for the penalty kill. Gonna stick with Westman and Stonebreaker on the defense with Ross. Have to get that one right too. He has a brother. Taylor Ross. And I believe Julian Salty. Ross over the puck. Swipes up to the corner. Nope. Switch with Caniglio. Caniglio and Ross. Stonebreaker. Got a backhand on that. Knocked it wide. Puck almost breaks it out of the zone. Picked up down in the corner low by Westman. Westman takes a look. Centering pass coming out looking for Caniglio just out of his reach, but good bump up to Caniglio. Caniglio enters the blue zone, takes a look. Toe drag around one and picked off. Coming the other way. Brookings takes a look up the ice. Luckily caught Brookings in a change there. Neutral zone scrum, and that one swung back around by Caniglio. Brookings taking a look, entering the zone, and offsides. Offsides Brookings, a right wing trying to drag that toe on the blue line. A little bit slow to get into the zone, and with 12:53, 1:17 left on the penalty kill for Omaha, score till still knotted up at 0. Each goalie's faced a couple of early shots, nothing too threatening. Puck one wide by Omaha. And Ellis back in the defensive zone to Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker over to Samard. Samard ties that one up on the blue line. Support from Ellis. Ellis spins around, gets it back over to Westman. Westman looking cross ice for Samard. Picked off coming the other way. Brookings coming down the middle. Broken up by Westman and Turshinsky. Or Samard. Westman dumps that in deep. Picked up by Brookings behind the net. And Samard gets there to keep that one from the breakout coming. Good job by Omaha to prevent that breakout coming back up the ice. Ellis picks it up on the boards with 34 clicks left on the penalty kill. Coming down the ice down the middle is Brookings, knocked wide by Cam Preble. Preble gets it up the boards for Caden Ellis. Ellis takes a look all by himself on the left-hand side. Toe drag at the blue line, gets knocked from behind a bit, bounced around, but does enough to knock it in deep. Salty in support with a nice little surf move to break that one up behind the play. It's like Sammy Parker and Cam Preble in at the blue line now. Johnny Morgan rushes onto the ice. Omaha full strength. Preble picks that one up. Loops around, bounces it back off the boards. Could not quite clear, but going to have an offsides. Does clear the zone. Looking to connect to that forward looping around, picking that one off the boards. I did catch a little bit of practice this week. There was a lot of work on those breakouts and getting them up off the boards. A lot of work on the face-off plays, and we certainly saw that on the varsity side tonight. Saw some of those plays working for him. Sidoric pinches that one in, pushes it forward. Good pressure by Sidoric and Morgan. Morgan getting after him in the offensive zone. Ties that up, forces him to dump it out. Picked up by Preble. Preble regroup over to Sam Parker. Into the zone goes Froloff. Froloff in the corner, centering pass off the skates of Hudson Sidoric. Puck pushed in deep by Preble. Hank Froloff gets in there. Thought better of the big hit there behind the net. Kept good position. I like to see that. Good job by Morgan. Gets it back to Preble. Preble knocks it in deep. Omaha going for a partial change. Preble tracks that one down. 2 on him. Spins it around off the boards. Picked up by Brookings. Brookings wrapped all the way around. Going to be picked up by their point man. Broken up by Cutler. Puck behind the net. Picked up by Sam Parker. Sam Parker takes a look. Looking for that clean breakout. Broken up by Brookings. Parker behind the net. Stops to survey things. Gets it out to... Going to get a name on that one. Not quite sure. That Crinclaw up front. We have Crinclaw, Cutler, and Busher up front. Busher, breakout pass, looking for Crinclaw, gets it to his stick, clears the zone, and back in for another offsides. No touch, so we're playing the delayed offsides here this year for the first time. So no offsides called. Omaha in the zone, centering pass, broken up by Brookings. Crinclaw puts the brakes on. Backhand over to Ellis for a quick shot. No, that was Sam Parker for a quick shot. Parker got stuck on the ice there and looked like he was a bit gassed, but made it over to the bench. Omaha on the back check. Bianchetti gets down the ice, takes it to the forehand, off the goalie's chest and wide. Bounced off the boards up to Crinclaw. Crinclaw tries to send it down net. Good job by Brookings to hug that board. Could have been a little bit tripsy on Omaha, no call. Good job breaking that one up on the defensive side. Omaha back the other way. Solo forward, I believe, is Taylor Ross. Ross gets it in, drags it around, gets a nice forehand up, but the goalie knocks that one down with his glove. Forces it behind the net. Ross again gets possession, sends it down deep. Cross ice pass. Edwards pinches that one in, gets a shot broken up by the defense in front of the net. That is Westman pinches that one in, back down to Erstad, deep, rims back around. So we have Crinclaw, Ross, and Erstad with Westman and Edwards. Held in, centering pass through traffic, almost picked up by Erstad. Erstad does circle around, get a shot off the glove, puck still loose. Loose behind the net, going to be picked up by, looks like Caniglio got in there. They're changing quick on me here today. That's a good sign. Omaha with the better of the pressure so far. Getting some good opportunities, a couple of decent shots. Goalie's been up to the challenge so far. Puck back to Stonebreaker at the point. Takes a look, bounces it back in low. Picked up by Julian Saldi. Sent back wide, looking for the point. Evades the stick of Sam Westman. Knocked wide by Alfieri. Picked up by Stonebreaker, who reverses that over along the boards to Saldi. Saldi picks it up. Heading back behind the net. Has a head of steam. Lost it behind him, picks it back up and gets the puck out. Clears the zone, looking for Luke Samard. Samard with pressure. Gets there. Gets it off his backhand. Knocks it towards the goalie. Goalie gets a poke check on that one and pushes it wide. Held in by Stonebreaker. Nice work there by the defense. Saldi and Stonebreaker working the boards. Shot from the point, bounces off a few players and heads in low. Omaha on the left-hand side with Caden Ellis. Caden swoops around, takes a look, looks at the centering pass, broken up by Brookings in the middle. Ellis circles back around off the backhand, has that one picked off. Westman with a big swipe in and then sends it in deep. Omaha with a lot of forecheck pressure. Now behind the net goes Salty. Picked up by Luke Simard. Luke Simard ties that one up in the up for Salty. Salty tries that quick wraparound looking for Simard, crashing through the slot, just did not quite connect. Good job by Stonebreaker to hold that one in, but gets bumped out and the zone is cleared. Regroup for Omaha. Simard off the backhand of Westman, bounced off the boards and makes its way up to Hank Froloff, but could not quite get on his stick. Morgan now jumps in the forecheck, has a big bump into the boards there, picked up for the regroup by, we'll get a look at that, looked like that was Sidorik up to Froloff. Froloff does a hard dump, rims it around the boards looking for Morgan. Morgan gets a good bump on there in the corner. Omaha with a solid forecheck here, sending it the other way and getting the hard hit on F1 by Johnny Morgan. And they're going to call him for a penalty. No penalty on that. I was hoping not. That looked like good, clean fun there. .6:18 left, no score yet. Bump down low. Pressure from Froloff. Joined by Sidorik on the left-hand side. Puck still loose in the offensive zone for Omaha. Sent all the way, picked up by Sammy Parker, circles around, good escape to head back up the boards, get that breakout pass to Morgan. Morgan cross ice, flips that one looking for Sidorik. Just a little bit behind, and Brookings able to break that one up. Brookings pushes the issue into the zone, picked up by Cam Preble, does enough to force him wide. Good hit in the corner by Sidorik. Sidorik puts that around the board to Sam Parker. Crinklaw joins the mission in the middle. Puck has not been under possession for a bit of time here. Game's slowing down just a little bit with 5:30 left in the first. Morgan putting some offensive pressure on, trailed by Crinklaw. Morgan gets a swipe on that. Puck left loose in the middle, backhand. Pad saved by the goalie. Crinklaw circles that around, leaves it for the point. Point man, Sammy Parker, dances the backhand up the line and shoves it in deep. Good little skate work there to protect that one and get the dump in. Big hit coming a little bit from behind there, but nothing to see there. Frees it up for Cutler, and Cutler nice work there by Crinklaw to hold that one in. Gets it down deep to Cutler. Cutler slid in behind the traffic and put a nice forehand right up over that blocker side of the goalie, right in that spot you put the target in practice. Great rip by Cutler to get the scoring started for your Omaha Junior Lancers at 4:57 left in the first period. Coach leaves them on the ice looking for a little more. Cutler pushes that in, flips it around the boards in the corner, looking for Crinklaw. Crinklaw reverses that one back around up to the point for Edward. Edwards throws a nice little bouncer in looking for Parker Busher. Puck doesn't have enough eyes to get through the traffic. That one pinched in by Bianchetti. Gonna have a penalty on someone here with an interference. We will see if that's the good guys or the bad guys. Good guys going back in the box with Parker Busher on an interference call. Did not catch that one as the puck was coming back up the ice. No real pleas of innocence, so seems like the kids agree that there was something in that one. All right, puck drops. Gonna have a penalty kill team in here with Taylor Ross, Zach Erstad, Stonebreaker, and Sammy Parker. Good job by Ross to hold that into the zone. Takes a look with a forehand, fakes the shot, drags around, protect. Good shot off the pads of the goalie. Follows his own shot to the net. Textbook stuff right there by Ross. protects around on the forehand, gets a shot off the pads, tries to pick it up for his own rebound, did everything right. Goalie just made the save. All right, 4:05 left in the first. Omaha leading 1-0. Pushed in deep, gets a quick shot off, was Erstad. Erstad and Ross still in there now with Stonebreaker and Parker. Erstad over the puck. Pushes it out wide, but on the 4-on-5, there's nobody out there to pick it up. Ross with the pressure on behind the net. The other three retreat to hold that zone. Omaha still with putting a little bit of pressure on, keeping the puck down in the zone. Pulled out by Erstad, who pulls it out, throws it in deep. And Ross going to go ahead and get a change on that. Brookings tries to enter the zone, lost possession, picked up by Stonebreaker, who gets it up the boards to Erstad. Erstad has someone in the middle there, shot saved by the goaltender. That was Caniglio. Erstad to Caniglio, shot saved wide. Erstad circles back around, escapes into the corner. Play interrupted a bit by the referee there. Zach still holding the puck in the corner. Two Brookings players on him. Pulls it out, escapes the other way, and eats it into the corner. Nice work killing that penalty by Zach Erstad up front. Gets in there, looks for that patient drag around the goaltender, but Brookings now coming the other way. Gonna have Stonebreaker and Parker. Stonebreaker gets a stick lift on there. Centering pass, makes it through the traffic, but Sammy Parker there to knock it out wide. Coming up the other way, looked like that was Samard, got that up to Caniglio. Brookings with possession, trying to enter the zone. Does get there and stays onside. Good back check by Luke Samard. Brookings scores up and gonna borderline call that one a shot. Mikey got his blocker on that one. Brookings tries to dump in deep off their own man. Heading the other way, and Caniglio was going for a change or could have had a rush on that one. Ellis puts a little bit of pressure on. Brookings dumps that one deep and does get that F1 on the forecheck there. Good job by Parker to take possession, get it up the ice. Flipped all the way in by Luke Samard, down for Saldi. Saldi, Ellis, Samard, Edwards, and Bianchetti in the game. Saldi circles around, gets that shot right from that dot. Goalie was parked in an aggressive position and able to just put the big mid on that one. $1:45 now left until the first break. Have a short break where we get to catch one of our I play fors here in the month of October. Kids have been asked to play for one of their heroes. Bianchetti at the point, gets a decent shot off just wide. Off the pad of the goaltender. Puck still loose behind the net, picked up by Brookings. Bounces it off. Bianchetti pinches in. Good back check by Morgan. Pick that up, regroup to Edwards. Edwards bounces off the boards. Edwards still on boards, knocks that in deep. Shot followed up by Hank Froloff and goal! So with 1:19 left in the first period, Omaha Junior Lancers take a 2-0 lead. We'll try. We may have to go back to the tape to pick up all the pieces of that one, but Morgan skated that out to a regroup. Perfect textbook regroup. Back to Edwards, back to Morgan. Morgan throws it in deep. It gets tied up in front of the net, and Hank Froloff does a double tap. First shot saved, second one in. Looked like it went 5-hole. So with 1:19 left, Omaha with Hank Froloff over the puck. Hudson Sidoric to his left. Johnny Morgan to his right. Westman and Stonebreaker in on the blue line. Westman swipes that one towards the boards, picked up by Brookings. Good cover by Sidoric. Free puck picked up by Stonebreaker up to the point. Big rip, blocker save. Mikey making that one look easy. Gonna have a cross check on Koa. heading in to hang out with his dad there in the penalty box. Sometimes these kids miss their parents, and if we're in the penalty box, seems like they gravitate that way. Did not see that one either. The sign was a cross check, and when the whistle blows, you have to go ahead and believe it. Penalty kill unit in again with Crinclaw and Vince Cutler. Shot blocked by Cutler. Cutler has room up the left-hand side. Good job in position by that defenseman to get there and break that one up. He had looked like he had a clean look in. Brookings down the left-hand side, knocked wide by Preble. Westman behind the net. Rooms it up the ice to Cutler. Cutler gets it up there, not quite out of the zone, off the skate of Preble and behind the net. Preble gathers that one up, flips it wide. Crinclaw gets there, puts a big hit on the defenseman trying to come in, held behind the net by Westman for the moment. Brookings looking to get to the slot, protected by Cutler, no centering pass made. Blocked again by Vince Cutler. Had the breakaway again, but that one just picked off on a good pass by Crinclaw. Preble bounced up the thirds, unfortunately off the skates of the referee and back at him. Westman behind the net, loops that one around to the backhand, kicks it to himself, takes a look up the ice, and wisely sends it on down as the horn sounds. Your Omaha Junior Lancers lead 2-0 at the end of one. All right, so for the I Play For on the first break here, we're going to tell you a story from Braden Edwards. Braden Edwards, who's been on a team, that we've gotten to know him pretty well over the last 2 years. So Braden plays for Tyler Weiss. So Braden told us in the middle of my hockey season in January of 21, he was very sick and was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Tyler, who played for UNO at the time, reached out to him with support and help at one of the toughest times in his life. At the time, Tyler was playing for the UNO Mavericks and had also been diagnosed with Crohn's disease. He continues to support Braden, through his disease and hockey. Braden looks up to Tyler because he is very successful in hockey and doesn't let Crohn's get in the way of that. He has given guidance to Braden in hockey and advice on how to handle a disease whenever he needs it. Even given his busy schedule, Tyler has been there for Braden for advice and encouragement when needed. Thanks, Braden. Good story there.
So they called a penalty at the end of the period. Rough on Brookings.
Oh, okay.
To end the period.
Okay. Good pickup here. We got a roughing call on Brookings at the end of the period, maybe even after the play. And so we will be 4-on-4 hockey when we start the second period for 58 seconds, followed by a 1:02 power play by Omaha. 8:30 up on the clock.
So we'll do a Sam.
Yep. So at 8:30 we will stop, do a Zam. Everybody get a chance to line up for their 2 available restrooms here at the Liberty First Arena on the side ice. They do have the concession stand open for us. All right, puck's ready to drop here, back in action. Omaha sends out. I see a 4, that's Taylor Ross with Caniglio, Erstad, and Sammy Parker. Sam Parker wheels that one around, going to take a look up the ice, gets it to Ross. Ross skates it down the left-hand side, cuts back to the middle. Oh, almost connected with Parker, but thought that one was left open and pulled it back in himself. Puck down the ice by Brookings, picked up behind the net by Erstad. Erstad circles around, gets around the first 2, puts the pressure on down the left-hand side, puts it in deep, backhand protection, puts it through the 5-hole of the goaltender. And that was Zach Erstad on the coast-to-coast. Picks it up behind the net after the puck was thrown down the ice by Brookings. And with a head of steam, got past the first 2 easy. The last one was a bit difficult, but good patience to cut in, get that around the crease Goalie thought he was going long, but he cut it short and got through the 5-hole. Omaha with 7:50 left in the second, leading 3-0. Brookings up the middle of the ice. Caniglio back. Shot goes wide. Picked up by Brookings to the point. Good bump by Taylor Ross to free up that puck. Puck goes deep, picked up by a shot off of the dot. Mikey sitting right out on the front of that blue crease, able to just smother that one and make it look easy. So still with 4-on-4 hockey. No, Omaha's gonna be on the power play. So since that goal happened on the 4-on-4, no penalties canceled, and Omaha now with 1:02 on the power play. First power play, I believe, of the season here for the Omaha Junior Lancers. I think I've said Mavericks a few times. I apologize for that. It's a habit. Up the ice, pushed forward. And circling back around is Vince Cutler. Vince takes a look from behind, gets it up to Morgan. Morgan. Good job getting that up with some steam up to Ellis. Ellis on the right-hand side. Toe drag release. Goaltender hugging that near post. Had the mitt right down on the pads and smothers that one. Good movement coming up the right-hand side with 4 passes and a head of steam. Lost no momentum. Omaha sends in Morgan to the face-off dot with Ellis on his right. Parker Busher on the left. Crinclaw and Cutler up to Cutler. Cutler knocks it back down in deep. Staying on the boards, look like they want the left-hand shot on the right-hand side for their power play. Cutler comes over to the dot, drops it down low to Ellis. Ellis back over to Morgan. Morgan just bumps that one wide. Great series of passing, frees up Morgan on the slot, and Johnny's gonna go home thinking about that one. Crinclaw with the action behind the net, gets the stick lift in, picks that one off. Down in the corner goes Ellis. Ellis tied up. Support from Morgan. And now Busher. All 3 forwards getting into the action down there. Up to the point for Cutler. Cutler rips one on the slap shot. Bounces off of, I believe, the goalie's blocker and up high off the netting. Vinny with the clap shot. Clap bomb, whatever they call it, these kids do. All right, Froloff now over the puck with Saldi on his right. Froloff picks it up. Oh, behind the net. I thought that one went in for a moment. Up to the point. Knocked in deep by Preble. Preble and Parker on the blue line. Samard, Froloff. Samard frees up for Froloff. Froloff over to Parker. Parker slides that one on the back door. And goal, Omaha. All right, that one was a lot of movement on that puck, but it's looking like Luke Samard knocked that one home off of the cheeky little pass from Froloff over to Parker. Parker right back down deep to, I believe, Julian Saldi, who knocked it across the crease, and Samard on the back door put it home. We'll see what the score sheet looks like on that one. Could be a who's who of who to give an assist there. Face off, one back to Preble. Preble battles for that one. Puck behind the net goes Sam Parker. Sam Parker trying to eat that one in the corner. Too many Brookings players there. Brookings behind the net, putting a little pressure on for the first time in front, and Mike Alfieri puts the big glove down on that one and says, "Not on my watch." That was the first mess in front of our net, I believe, of this game. Omaha does a good job to smother that one. Into the face-off dot is still Froloff. Saldi crashes that face-off and knocks it out wide. Froloff back to Preble. Preble, big hit behind the net. Going to go ahead and have a roughing on that one. for the hit from behind there. Gonna call a cross check. They seem to like to call cross checks, this guy does. Could have went a couple different directions that one, but we'll take the cross check and go to the penalty box, field of shame. And then he'll be free. 5:38 left in the second. Omaha leading 4-0. 2 minutes up on the power play for Brookings. Froloff knocks that one wide. Brookings up to the point, puts it back in deep. Bianchetti eats that one in the corner. Ties it up. Dangerous pass, finds its way all the way through the crease, back out. Oh, good shot from the point, but off of the leg of the Brookings player and out wide. Picked up by Salty. Salty bumps that out all the way down the ice. Gonna have pursuit from Hank Froloff. Gets some pressure on the goalie and knocks that one in with the backhand. Hank Froloff chases that one down the ice with Julian Salty. Put some pressure on the goalie and got a backhand on it, sent it towards the net. And you know, when you put it towards the net, good things can happen. And so Salty to Froloff for the 5th goal, a shorty for Omaha. So if we were playing soccer, we'd be looking for the aggregate win tonight if we can keep this up. Erstad gets it up to Caniglio. Caniglio, backhand pressure in. Oh, that looked like it went, but it did not. Great save. Looked like the goalie's stick behind him. And then the defenseman got the stick down to block the second shot from Erstad. Caniglio circles around, rips one just wide. Erstad in the corner, leaves it for Caniglio. Caniglio centering pass for Erstad. Could not quite pull that one off of his backhand. Bianchetti bumps that one in. One referee waved it off. The other one said, nope. I saw a little bit of white between that puck and the blue line. All right, so Erstad staying on there with Caniglio. Looks like we have Westman and Stonebreaker on the rest of this penalty kill with 103. Puck knocked out wide. Westman picks it up, gains the zone, falls down, and swiping to keep that one in. Lucky for us, we have the delayed offsides there. And Brookings going to get called for offsides coming the other way. 4:29 left in the second. 51 seconds left on the penalty kill. Sorry, that's 4:29 left before the ZAM. So we actually have 13 minutes left in the second period. Puck collected by Brookings. Coming up through the neutral zone. Pressure from Caniglio. Forced to throw it in deep. Stonebreaker takes a look, has one on him. Just pokes that off the boards. Now picked up by Omaha coming the other way to Caniglio. Erstad up to Caniglio. Caniglio tries the toe drag around him. Just lost the handle on that one going wide. Puck rims up the board. Stonebreaker and Westman wisely back out. Brookings on the left-hand side. Stonebreaker in position, looking for that hip check. Westman knocks that one out wide. Keeps it on the board, looking to bump it up to himself. Pins that one in, gets the skate down. Ties it up for the moment. Brookings does successfully get that out, and shot blocked by Koa Stonebreaker there in front of the net. Stonebreaker bounces it off the referee, then the boards. Gets a hit on behind the net. Centering pass picked off by Erstad as he was getting ready to take a shot. Caniglio putting the pressure on. Brookings again on this power play getting a little bit of pressure on, but I don't believe they got a shot off. Erstad by himself on the right-hand side. Pressure comes. Toe drags in, and oh! Cheeky little backhand by Taylor Ross just over the net. Westman with two on him. Little dangerous cross-ice pass, but had enough heat on it to make it through. Omaha full strength. Over to Sidoric. Sidoric tries the wrap around. The door is closed on that near post. Brookings bounces that one wide. Almost caught Omaha in the change, but good job by Preble getting on there and helping out to get the puck over to Sammy Parker. Innocent puck bounces into the crease, and the goalie covers that one up for a break. 2:43 left until the Zam. Omaha leading 5-0. This is a great setup we have here. We got cameras, we got a view, we got the Husker game on. Kids are winning the game. It's a good little Friday night. Pushed in deep. Morgan pins that one in. Brookings able to escape the pressure. Sammy Parker with a nice pinch down low. Good job by Hank Froloff and Sidoric to circle that one up and cover the point. Pressure still from Morgan. Brookings trying to bounce that one out. Spun back around by Froloff down behind the net. Pinch in by Preble on the other side. Knocked back down low looking for Morgan. Sidoric gets back behind there with the big bump on the defense from behind the net. Froloff could not quite get the lumber on that one, but then goes in and got the hands up a little bit, but and interference. Some of the most, I can agree we could have some penalties, but interesting the calls they're making. Hank with a nice hit behind the net. You know, I suppose maybe got the hands up a little bit on that one, but Hank brings the heavy. So sometimes when Hank hits people, we like to say he was called for too hard. That one, we were in my Bantam USA hockey class here. They did say that the big rule of enforcement is hands up on check. So if they see hands up, they are going to call penalties this year. Up to the point, over to Parker. Parker knocks it down in low. Great pass for Crinklaw. Crinklaw backhand looking for Cutler, who was looking for his second net of the night. Just couldn't quite connect with that one. Omaha been very dangerous on the penalty kill, putting pressure on. Spun back around by Cutler. Cutler throws that one in deep. Crinklaw going to get after it. A little bit of pressure put on by Cutler. Keeps the clean breakout from happening, and thought we had a little offsides there, but referees had a better vantage than I. Preble now behind the net, takes a look. Looking up the ice, gets that out to Crinklaw. Crinklaw up to Cutler. Brookings does a fine job of that time of keeping that one in the zone. Little battle by Preble, chases the Brookings player all the way around the net. Circling up now, sending the puck down now, settling into their power play a little bit. This does not look good. Good block by Cutler. That one hurt, but he's coming the other way and gutting it out. Cutler down the left-hand side, slides it over to Crinklaw just out of his reach. Great block there by Vincent Cutler. Going to go ahead and stay in the game. Nope, he's going to go take a look at that one on the bench. Nice work there, Vince. Picked off by Crinklaw again. Crinklaw just really dangerous on these PKs down there. Dances around one, now around two. Centering pass, looking for, I believe that was Busher. Crinklaw has been a little bit of a one-man wrecking ball down there in the offensive zone on this penalty kill. Cross-ice pass, Edwards over to Busher. Busher nicely picks that up, skates the other way, takes the space they give him, gets in there and throws it in deep. 14 seconds left on the PK, 16 seconds until the horn sounds for the Zam. Brookings coming up the left-hand side. Edwards there, gets a bump on the boards for a little angle. Centering pass into the skates of the Brookings player, and then Caden Ellis escorts that one behind the net. And we will take a break at the halftime of this game with Omaha leading 5-0. right, and I believe we are live. Welcome back for the second half of the hockey game between your Omaha Junior Lancer junior varsity team and Brookings, South Dakota's junior varsity. We'll pick it up halfway through with Omaha leading 5-0. Skaters hop out on the ice for a quick warm-up. Out of the locker room once again for the fourth time for a decent number of these kids. Get a little stretch in. Make sure we're ready to go. Don't need any pulled muscles here.
Please, thank you.
And here we go. Referees have the puck. We are ready. .8:30 on the clock for the first half, second half of the second period. See if Omaha can keep this thing wound up after the Zam break. All right, and at the break, we'll get another I play for in there when we take the short break for the second period to third period intermission. Omaha takes the ice with, gonna have Zach Erstad, Jimmy Caniglio, and we'll get a look at who that is over there on the other side. Taylor Ross. Caniglio takes it on the right-hand side, spun back around and out. Nope, held in by Erstad. Caniglio still fighting for that one on the boards. Edward gets in there and pinches that, holds it in. Puck still a struggle on that board, pulled out by Brookings, and Brookings gets up the ice with two players. Good back check by Taylor Ross. Gets a couple of stick lifts on, allows Bianchetti to take possession. Bianchetti ties that one up. Omaha picks that up off his skates, gets it up the glass, looking for Erstad. Slap shot wide by the Brookings left defenseman. Puck around the boards. Braden Edwards takes a look up the ice. Crashes it up, looking for Caniglio. Just could not quite get that one out. Mike Alfieri gloves that one down, gets it wide. Little bump between the leg, clears the zone. Caniglio putting the chase on, gets it back to Erstad. Erstad around one, now takes it to his backhand side. Pushes it in the corner, picks it up, escapes around, had a little knee put on his thigh there, and we did not like that one, but no whistle from the referee. Caniglio stays in the chase with Morgan. Morgan circles that one back around. Gonna go ahead and regroup that one himself. Good thing he had his heads up. He was gonna take a big hit there. Shot in by Ross, almost put back home by Caniglio. Picked up by Johnny Morgan, centering pass, no one home on that one. Morgan throws it at the net, blocked by number 5 there, the defenseman for Brookings, and punched in deep by Sidoric. Morgan with a low slap shot there from the top of the circle. Goaltender was hugging that near post and gets the save. Omaha goes nearly full change. Little confusion for the first time we've seen that, as we're going to see see who we got here. It looks like we have Sidoric, Ellis, and Morgan with Crinklaw and Cutler. 2-minute penalty for Brookings is what's going on. We got the power play team on. So Crinklaw going to take that right-hand shot to the left-hand point. Vince Cutler doing the same with the left-hand shot on the right-hand board. Up to Cutler. Oh, just bounces over his stick. Going to have to chase that one down. Brookings hot on his heels. Cutler protects it, tries to flip it up. Out of the zone, off the stick of the Brookings forward, and out of play. Omaha came out with some good energy. Needs to keep that going, as they had great energy for the entire first period and first half of the second period. Face off pushed forward by Morgan. Nope, picked off and sent deep by Brookings. Cutler, good escape move to take it back behind the net. Takes a look up the ice. Likes what he sees, going to bring it out. Gets the pass up the ice to Crinklaw. Crinklaw with a head of steam right down the middle over to Busher. Busher circles that one around, looking for his point. Not quite there yet, as Cutler was on the other side of the ice after the breakout play. Brookings able to throw that down deep and going to kill a little bit of that clock. Good forecheck coming by Brookings. Now put the pressure on Vince. Vince pulls it between his legs, gets it out over there to, looks like Caniglio. Up the ice. Sorry, that was Busher. Good bump in the forecheck by Johnny Morgan. Frees it up for Crinklaw. Crinklaw toe grab release. Saved by the goaltender. Knocked back behind the net. Crinklaw fighting for that one. Up to the point. Vince Cutler spins that one around. Puts it in deep. Looking for Ellis. Ellis circles around. Puts it low to Johnny. Johnny. Backhand pass. Trying to get that in front of the net. Goalie picks that one off with the stick and keeps it out of the slot. Change for Omaha with, looks like, Vince Cutler getting that up to Erstad. Erstad with a head of steam, puts the brakes on, spins that one around, thinks better of it. Centering pass right at the back door for Ross and just out of the reach of Taylor. Gonna have a penalty on someone. Too many men on the ice.
On Brookings.
Yeah. They were on the penalty kill and sent the fifth man out. Doing the time when you didn't necessarily do the crime. All right, Omaha on now the 5v3 for 24 seconds. Let's see if we can dial up a shot or two. Pushed wide by Zach. Zach up to the point for Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker over to Sidoric. Sidoric takes a look in the slot. Gets it down low to Caniglio. Caniglio leaves that one for Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker puts the brake on. Cross ice pass. Got it over to Sidoric. Just could not quite get the handle on that one, get the rip off. And we are on 5-on-4 standard power play hockey. Stonebreaker gets it up to Ross. Ross takes that back to the middle. Tries to split the D and did not make it through the second. Caniglio behind the net. Good little head fake and reverses that out. Coming down the right-hand side with a head of steam. Takes it all the way down deep. Takes a look, squares up on the low-angle shot. Goalie did a good job to hug that post, get in good position. And turns that one away. Sam Parker circles around. Gets it wide to Sidoric. Sidoric takes a look up the ice. Good job by Omaha to get a change in and stay on sides. Cam Preble joins the cause. Scrum right. Preble comes up with a slap shot. Great shot, tip play in front of the net. And that was Preble from the point, tip in by Erstad. So Preble to Erstad on that one. Don't recall who got the puck up to the point. There may be a second assist on that one. But Zach Erstad joining the cause, getting on the board as Omaha takes a 6-0 lead. Puck pushed back to Parker. Parker up the board for Salty. Salty down the left-hand side has Luke in the middle. Puck tied up behind the net. Hank Froloff trying to get to that one. Gets it up to Preble. Little spin out, but puts it back low. Salty getting after that one below the net. 3:40 left in the second. Luke Samard joining Hank in the corner. Salty circles around the front of the net. Now goes back down low. Good pinch in by, looked like that was Busher. I'll go Sam Parker. Parker for Samard. Samard leaves that for Preble, and Preble pushes it up and out of the zone. Back down the other way, no icing to be had there. Down the right-hand side comes Luke Samard. Luke pushes it in past the forward. Ooh, big contact with the defenseman. No arms in the air. Centering pass for Frolov. Couldn't get the one-timer through the traffic. Oh, boy, big collision over there as the referee kind of took a hit at the same time that Hank buried that player into the bench over there. Preble puts that one down in low. Centering pass, nobody home. A little bit of patience. You know that one, Zach Erstad protects in, gets taken in the back. No penalty there. Referee's getting a little bit tighter with the whistle here, or looser, I should say. Not really blowing it much here. Ross squirts up the boards. Good pressure, gets in low, stops, puts the brakes on. Great forehand up, ramps off the shoulder of the goaltender. Good pinch by Edwards, comes screaming on, gets a shot off, tries to go 5-hole, blocked by the defenseman. Edwards back in position on the back check with Taylor Ross joining him. And Bianchetti, good job to escort that gentleman into the corner. And Omaha flips that one up to the neutral zone. Looks like that's Caniglio getting after that one, putting the pressure on. Good job by Brookings to get that freed up and up the boards, and should have an icing call on that one. No call. Loose puck in front of the net, picked up by Edwards. Pops that one up the boards, picked off. Breakout pass was picked off by Brookings, but too hot for him to handle and get a shot off. Omaha having a rare moment of trouble getting that out. Good save by Mikey to block that one wide. Loose puck in front of the net, picked up by Omaha. Coming the other way is Erstad. That one got tied up between his skates, but good job by Ross to get back and put a shoulder on that Brookings player to keep the zone entry from coming in clean. Omaha throws it in deep, gonna get a change. Firehouse change for Omaha, but good job to get back into position for both Westman and Ellis. Stonebreaker joins him on the left-hand side. Koa circles that one around, rims it around the boards. Good pressure by Omaha. I believe that is Sidoric getting up the left side. Sidoric puts the brakes on, spins that one back around. Support from Ellis, tries to push that one in low, does pick it up behind the net. Ellis looking for that pass, finds the point for Westman. Westman fires that one into the mitt of the defenseman. Had Morgan there patiently waiting for the rebound that never came. Good job by the goaltender. A little bit high up there on that one, or Johnny would have been there for the easy pickup. 26.7 left in the second period. Omaha leading 6-0. Face off, back up to the point. Westman throws one off the pads of the goalie, loose in front, nearly picked up there by Ellis. Ellis gets around one, now around two. Shot off the pads wide. Westman pinches in and could not quite get the stick on that one. All the way back down. Good job by Koa to hustle that one back with Sidoric. Koa puts the brakes on in front of the net. Gets it up to Westman. Westman, big hit, big return hit, whatever you call that one. And the horn blows. So end of two, Omaha leads 6-0. Things getting a little bit chippier in that period, and we'll probably see a little bit more of that as my expectation in the third. All right, so the I play for number 24, Julian Saldi. Coach Saldi's son here, played with Sam the last few years also. So Julian is playing for Sarah Saldi. Sarah Saldi, who passed away a couple of months ago, had a huge impact on Julian's life, inspiring him to become a better person. Her kindness and compassion towards others taught Julian the importance of empathy and selflessness. Her determination in her life inspired him to be a better person. Her legacy serves as a constant reminder of the positive impact one person that has been motivating to me to strive for more meaningful and impactful life. Many thoughts and prayers there to the family, as I know that was recent. Good job, Julian. And Julian also made a really, really quick recovery from an injury to be here with us. So we are just excited to see him out on the ice. I know it, right as the team was forming, he had an injury. And we were worried a bit for a day or two, but he got back on it, did his rehab, and he is joining us for the first game of the season here. Kids looking fast and good in this game. Coaches are asking them to roll the clock. We don't know if it's a 6 or a 7 goal. It's different kind of every time.
They were calling everybody's this is about 5 years ago. We actually played out. Of course, we said games based on sunshine all the time because it was blood flow. He's good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, face off, pushed forward by Omaha, glove down by Cutler, who tries to gain the zone. Big hit by Crinklaw from behind the play. Good rub off the boards there. Nice work by Sam Parker, rims that back around the boards. Shoulder check from Cutler, gets possession, flips it up to Salty. Busher, sorry. And gonna have an offsides on Omaha. It was a great pass up the ice. Nice pass up the ice, just got caught up in between Busher's skates, or that was going to be a clean break. All right, up for the face-off. Looks like we are switching up some roles. We have Preble up on left wing. Cutler switched with him back to left D. So coach trying some new things here. Maybe just for the face-off. Looks like that was a face-off play. Gets that around to Crinklaw. Crinklaw pushes it in deep behind the net, circles all the way around. Cutler picks it up off the boards, tries to cut that one inside, and was cut off by Brookings. Big pinch by Parker. Sammy Parker pushes it down low to Cutler. Brookings player took a dive, centering pass over to Crinklaw. Just missed on that one. Parker Busher rims that around behind the net. Puck trickling up the ice, going to be picked up by Cam Preble. Over to Parker. Parker back. Nope, that was not Parker. That's Parker. My bad. Kids are kind of switching up positions here on this one. Crinklaw circles around into the defensive zone, looking to get a backhand out there. Thought better of it. Protects up the boards, out to center ice. Going to go ahead and skate that all the way in. Had a good bit of pace to him. Julian Salty pushes that in deep for Luke Simard. Luke was almost hit, and then he returned fire and fought that one off. Good shot by Luke. Goalie once again hugs that post tight. And he is not having those low angle shots. Yeah, coaches have been asking for a running clock, and there we get it. So 14:46 left, running clock here in the third. Omaha leading 6-0. I know the kids have to be back at the rink early tomorrow morning. Varsity a little earlier than the JV. Up to the point for Braden. Braden, D-to-D pass does get there to Bianchetti. Bianchetti takes a look off the shin pads of a player. Salty picks it up behind the net. Tries to get the wraparound, but denied. Salty protects around, circles right back down into that slot, gets around one shot. Decent looking shot, but not quite out of the reach of that goaltender's glove. Slid out a little aggressively and got that glove just out in front of him to pick that one off. Good tracking on that one, and Julian thought he was going to tickle the twine. But goalie was up to the challenge, up to the point. Bianchetti over to Edwards. Edwards watches that one down. In deep for Ellis. Ellis back around to Luke. Luke leaves that one for Bianchetti, who pushes it back down low for Salty. Salty braces for impact that does not come there behind the net. Up to Bianchetti, once again to the point. Good rip, and off the pads, picked up. Nearly knocked home by Julian Salty there on the rebound pass. But goalie once again doing more than his job in there here in the third period. Gonna have Caniglio in there with Froloff. No, that's Taylor Ross and Zach Erstad. Westman and Stonebreaker up at the point. Stonebreaker backing up, takes a look, gets it over to Westman. Westman catches, bumps it forward to Ross. Ross skates in down the right-hand side, took a stick up high, then a hit. Good square hit in the chest, but Taylor fights through that one and chases it back down in the corner. Good job by Taylor not to return fire on a hit in the corner on that one. Taylor tries to centering pass, gets it out there just through the traffic, and I think that was Erstad. Got the toe drag on it, but the goalie kicks that one wide. Caniglio down low to Erstad. Erstad reverses around, gets pinned in the boards, finds his way through traffic, trying again for that low angle shot off the chest pad of the goalie and pushed wide for Ross. Ross takes a look at the point, circles around, low shot looking for the 5-hole. Big click on the stick, and the goalie got that stick down to shut down the hole. Down in the corner, Erstad ties it up for now. To his left, to his right, back to his left. Westman pinches in, throws one low in front to Caniglio, who got a great quick bump on that one, but just wide. Good looking stuff from your junior Lancers here. Westman circles around, gets it up to Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker with a nice catch, flips that one up into the zone like a lollipop. And in baseball, that was caught like a can of corn. Goalie does have to look up, which I know is not the most comfortable thing in the world for a goalie standing back there to have to look up and catch a puck, but nobody coming with the pressure. I've seen plenty of novice goaltenders get whacked on those, looking up and having somebody skate and let them like a train. These guys are a little bit better than that. Preble at the point now. Down the left-hand side looks like that's Sammy Parker next to him on the right. Omaha getting aggressive on those face-off and getting 4 low. Picked up by Parker, held in. Takes a look, bumps it down to Morgan. Morgan back to Parker. Nice little move. Parker in the corner to Sidoric, and Sidoric bangs it home. All right, Hudson Sidoric picking up goal number 7 for your Omaha Junior Lancers. I believe that one will go from Hank Froloff. So that'll be 32-19, possibly from the 9. I'd go 9-32-19 on that one. Froloff wins that faceoff back to Preble. Preble picks it up, stays on the board, circles around, bounces it off the boards around for Sidoric. Sidoric checks over his shoulder and decides to take that low to avoid the pinch. Sidoric now, good quick overspeed skating all the way down the right-hand side. Finds its way through traffic, left it for, I believe that was Hank. And now held in for the moment. Hank gets up to the forecheck, but Brookings with a good cross-ice pass to relieve the pressure. Almost relieved the pressure as Hank Froloff on the back check was coming at him. Cam Preble picks that one up in the corner, avoids the hit by facing up. Picked up by Sammy Parker in front of the net, does well to get that back behind the net after a dangerous little mini fumble in front of the net. Good recovery. Oh, pass up from Cutler. Trying to thread the needle to Johnny. Does not quite connect. Cheeky little dump by Krinklaw into the corner and fooled his own teammates with that one. Braden Edwards bangs it back down low, looking for Johnny Morgan. Johnny could not quite get a stick on that one. And with 9:25 left, Omaha regrouping all the way deep into their zone. Big hit by Krinklaw. Oh boy, not quite sure what that was for. Gonna call interference on that. Looked fairly textbook to this guy, but I suppose, I have a little bit different angle. Could be that high hands thing again, don't know. I don't think coach is going to tell him not to make that hit. All right, Omaha on the penalty kill with 9:15. They do stop the clock for the penalty. Into the corner, Braden Edwards tries to flip that one out, kicked back down by Brookings. Into the corner, looking cross ice, finds the point, circles around the forehand. Good pressure from Cutler. Then slides past the other one. Down deep goes the goaltender, and shot goes wide. Up to the point, and that one squeaks past the point out, and almost got our stick caught there. Was Busher, had his stick caught in the gut. No hook there called, though. Bianchetti drops the Brookings player in front of the net. He's going to think better of going back down there again. 8:36 left in the game, 1:21 left on the penalty kill for Omaha. Good regroup by Brookings coming down the right-hand side. Things looking pretty casual here. Just off the blocker of Mikey. Wraps all the way back, and a rolling puck down the ice, and Vince Cutler getting after it. Saying, I'm not done yet, looking for goal number 2. Puts the pressure on, flips it into the middle, picked off by Brookings, but Vince is there to keep that from leaving the zone again. 50 seconds left on the penalty kill. Brookings picked off by Cam Preble. No, that's Ellis. Ellis around one, over to the backhand side. Circles around, dangerous little spots in the corner. Faces up, gets around the hit. Up to the point for Salty. Salty circles around, rips one, big shot. Goalie gets the hands up in the cross and knocks that one up over the net. Out wide is Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker bounces off the wall. Nice pass to Salty. Salty gets through the legs of the center. Fights into the corner, but the defense has a strong stick and picks that one off going the other way. Westman and Stonebreaker backing up. Westman with his famous or infamous swipe. Good job by Salty to protect that one out, get it to his forehand. Toe drag, too much traffic there, and a shoulder on him prevents the clean shot. Salty up to Westman. Westman fires one low off the pads of the goaltender. Nearly picked up in front by, I believe that was Simard. Simard back to Westman. Westman tries to get through the traffic and picked off by Brookings. Good back check by Sidorik. Sidorik and Simard covering Koa and Sam as they look to engage in the offense there a little bit. Taylor Ross fighting that one into the zone, picked up by Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker throws it in deep. Going to chase it himself off his skates, almost held it and had a little breakaway there. Ross stays home, circles that one back round. Little dipsy-do off of his own skate, and Omaha going to be caught offsides. Great tricky move there, but lots of times that does hang up one of the other forwards and they get caught offsides, as was the case there. 6:10 left, rolling clock, 7-0 lead. Gonna have Preble and Sammy Parker back on the defensive line with, it looks like Caniglio, Ross, and Erstad. Regroup to Preble. Preble up the board. Gets it in deep for Caniglio. Caniglio puts the brakes on. Good job protecting that one into the boards and holding onto it. Leaves it for Erstad. Erstad tries to flip that one right out in front to Ross. Did not quite have enough eyes to make it through. Sammy Parker with some pressure on him. Does a great job to circle that one right around and send it right back in deep. Gets tripped up a bit. Fights his way through that. Down low. Was considering the wraparound, but gets it up to the point for Preble. Preble bumps it back down deep. Sammy Parker throws one looking for the net. Picked up by Ross. Ross centering pass on the high slot to Erstad. Defenseman got there just to get enough tangle on that one. Erstad circles around, looks to the toe drag, fires it up high. Goalie once again gets a nice aggressive poke out on that one. Taylor Ross ties that one up, and support comes from Erstad to pick it up. Gonna go for the wraparound, and goalie, I believe, shut the front door, and yes, did. Since I got a couple of goalie dads sitting here next to me, I would say, it's tough to tell him, but it's a good game. He had a good game and gave up 7. Nothing on him.
We're out shooting on 41-6.
Yeah. 41-6 on the shot count. And some really good ones, too. Preble pinches that one in, gets it low. Parker holds it into the blue line and tries the toe drag around, and good back check by Hank Froloff to tie that one up. Gets a little aggressive, no arms in the air. Picked up by Sam Parker. Parker behind the net, 3:40 now left on the running clock. Good pass out wide. Hank Froloff down the right-hand side, has Morgan in the middle, shoots off the pads. Goalie once again cracks that one with a stick up behind the net. Centering pass looking again for Morgan. Morgan is camped out there, holding his ground in front of the net. Two good opportunities, but just not quite on the stick. Bianchetti settles in behind the net. Good pressure from the Brookings player. They throw it in deep. Morgan gets a little lick in there on the blue line. Braden Edwards up to Hank Froloff. Froloff cross ice, sends it to Sidoric. Sidoric gets it to the red line, backhands it in, and goes for a change. Once again, tied up behind the net. Frank, that was, I believe, Hank Froloff got in there to do a little bit of the dirty work behind the net. Brookings cross ice pass just tipped wide. That one was going to come clean. Bianchetti hustles to get there to break that one up, and it goes around the boards for Braden Edwards. Braden Edwards has some room in front of him. Was tied up, leaves it for Cutler. Cutler out to Krinkla, back to Cutler. Cutler down the middle, splits the traffic, gets the shot off the chest of the goaltender and out wide. Edwards down deep. Nice little tip play from Busher into Cutler. Goes just wide. Krinkla circles around. Throws that in deep. Rims around the boards looking for Cutler. Cutler puts a little bit of pressure on. Maybe finally wearing down a little bit, but he's been the big engine that could here tonight. Busher sends that one low, centering pass, nobody home. Up to the point, boys with 3 high there, looking like a 2-3. Centering pass to Krinkla. Bangs it off the stick of the defenseman, and Bianchetti goes in to give a little bit of love to that defenseman, and whoa, big hit by Bianchetti. Perfectly clean, but that one's going to leave a mark. Way to get back up there. Get right back at it for that defenseman. Luke Simard pushes the issue down the center of the slot, flips it up. Goalie saves that one wide. 1:10 left. And they finally clear the zone. Going to be Westman picking that one up. Takes a look up by ISO. A hot pass off the skate of his own player, Luke Simard. 1 minute remaining in the game. Good cut coming up the ice. In position is Koa Stonebreaker to shut that one down. Stone cold Stonebreaker in front of the net, patiently waits. Shot thrown, dangerous little shot, really slow roller. Mikey was tracking that one and was able to sit on it and keep it out. So with 37 clicks left, we're gonna have to see if there's any crab leg joints open this time of night. Oh, gotta have at least 10 shots. Okay. This is kind of like schoolyard football where we just kind of make up the rules as we go. All right, down low for Westman. Westman over to Koa. Koa banks it off, bank shot to Simard. Simard has Salty in the slot, sends it off the pads, and goalie saves that one behind the net. 3, 2, 1. And we will see you tomorrow morning as Omaha